I've always pushed the limits in everything I've ever done. Anything that was extreme, anything I can get an adrenaline rush out of, I was stoked on. Ever since I was a little kid, I decided I'm going to be a professional racer. My parents thought I was crazy. Everyone just thought I was freaking nuts. They basically said that I just wasn't going to be able to be independent ever again. You either win or lose. I've figured out my own way to do everything pretty much in life. I don't know what I'm going to race. I don't know how I'm going to race, but I'm going to race something. Got to keep going forward. I'm Bonfante, and I'm a quadriplegic professional race car driver. As a kid, I'd tie blankets around my neck and jump off the highest thing I could find. I was always hyperactive and really, I guess, over the top as far as a kid goes. I never really knew a limit. I still really don't. So I just would push it and push and push until I found the limit. And then the limit usually ended up in a pretty drastic result. Everything happens for a reason, and I made the decision to get on that bike that day. Nobody forced me, nobody told me to do it, and I can't blame it on anybody else but myself. So after I broke my neck, the hardest thing for me to accept was giving up my independence and giving up my racing career at such a early stage in the game. For me, it was like I didn't have time to sit and have a pity party. You just adapt and figure out new ways to do everything. So I started thinking about how I can use what I have to go racing still. Being quadriplegic, I have certain muscle groups that are stronger than others. The concept came from me understanding, analyzing what strengths and weaknesses I had. I didn't know the actual process of producing a product. I went to probably 30 different shops, asking them if they can help me with this concept I had. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy. You want to be a race car driver? Like, what are you talking about, dude? You can't even hold a pencil. You can't even shake my hand. How are you going to hold onto a steering wheel? I thought, this is going to be interesting. Like, I got to figure this out. Started looking up different videos on three-dimension drawings with CAD on YouTube. I had no choice at that point. I was like, okay, this is what I need. Not having function over my hands, I had to figure out how to make them attach to the wheel and not be able to let go. And the first set I actually fabricated in the garage with my dad. It didn't function right the first time. And then eventually just kept tweaking the system until I got it to where it was being able to function. It's like I'm doing a wheelie in this thing right now. So it goes on just like so. Brake attaches right here. This side's the throttle, so it's twist throttle. So you're able to control the upshift, downshift, throttle, upshift. These basically keep my hands trapped in here and lock my hand in like that. Have a on switch and power button right there. When I created the controls and made the first demo video and me driving with them, it was more of a video to bring sponsors to my racing career. But obviously I'm not the only one that wants to have that thrill. I got interest from a lot of different people that are quite like myself. They're like, hey, can we get these controls? Are they gonna be for sale? Are they gonna be offered?
That's full throttle.
Throttle therapy is one of the things that we need as adrenaline junkies.
Drivers, this is your second immediate call to grid. All advanced drivers, immediate call to grid.
You gotta sacrifice to succeed in certain areas and appreciate the struggle and what you gain out of it. As far as racing goes, I'm just not even close to where I want to be. I always wanted to be world champion. I still believe I can be world champion. These controls, it just opens the doors for me to actually get to where I want to be. I didn't live a typical life prior to my injuries, so I didn't expect to live a typical life after.